Hello everyone, welcome back to another Python video on this bacterial growth simulator. So this time I made a graphical user interface, or GUI for short, for this project using Tkinter, this Python library. So I've pre-written the code and I'll go through it line by line. So most of this is the same. I basically kept all this the same except for this line, which I'll get to later. And I put this all inside this clicked function for a button I use. But anyway, Tkinter is a library for Python that you can use to create like windows with things like buttons or text inside of them, and you can use them for variable entry. Okay, so we have from Tkinter import and then star asterisk. What that does is basically, it's kind of like importing pyplot as PLT, except you don't even have to refer to it at all. You just use the functions inside. And then here I put the previous stuff inside of this clicked function, which I call later. But here's the important part. So it's very short. From line 52 to 65 is the Tkinter stuff. So first I do window equals tk parentheses. What that does is it creates the window, basically a blank window with nothing inside of it. And window is like an object, and it has many attributes like title. So kind of like the top of the screen for every window will be like labeled something. For example, if you're in Google Chrome, it'll be called Google Chrome. And right up top here, you guys can't see it, it's bacterial growth right here. It's the same as like the top. So anyway, I name it Bacterial Growth Simulator. And then window.geometry, that sets the size, kind of like the size function in processing. And of course you can use canvases in Tkinter to kind of do the same stuff, like draw shapes or whatever. But I don't do that here. Here I just use it to enter some numbers. Alright, so I have these three objects. Okay, so we have these like widgets, these widget things that you put inside of the window. So I have the hour button, hour label, and hour entry. Not in any particular order. The order doesn't actually matter because you can set its position. So first of all, the label is kind of like basic text. So you put it in the window, that's where you want to put it, the first parameter, and then the other parameters are actually they're named, so you can just refer to them in any order you like. So I put the text first. How many hours has it been? Kind of like what I did here previously. I did int input, how many hours has it been, as n, but now I use this hour entry, and we'll get to that. So then I change the font to be Arial and then size 50. And on the grid, I put column 0, row 0. What that does is basically it puts this label in the top left corner. Next is hour button. So that is like the way that you enter in the actual value. Like once you type it in, you press the button and it runs. So you do button equals button, window text equals enter, and that's the text that shows on the button. And then command is what it calls, like once you press it down, it calls this function that you put here, and it's clicked. So clicked is this function right here, this entire thing that we wrote a couple episodes back. Font is also the same. And then on the grid, it puts it one column down. So basically, it goes to the right. To the right, yeah. Okay. So it goes like 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. And then rows are like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's kind of like an XY thing. So pretty fun, I guess. Then the entry, this is the important part. So it's in the window and the font. So basically what this does is once you like enter something in, you have the ability to use that information. So our entry.grid, there we go. I put it 1 down. We'll see that later. And this final thing is window.mainLoop. What that does is it kind of loops it over and over again to like check on if anything has changed. Like if 1 second I haven't pressed the button and the next second I press it, the loop will understand that and then like use that information. And so n equals int, so that turns it into a number. Our underscore entry dot get. What dot get is it's kind of like you deliver the information. Like you actually take whatever's inside at the moment and then you put that into somewhere and use it. So here I put that into n because previously it was an input that we would put in the console. So we just did that with this graphical interface. Yeah, so after you press the button, it goes here, loops all the way. It progresses all the way down. And then at the very end, we plot it. So let's see what happens. Run. Alright, let's make that full screen. Okay, so how many hours has it been? And there's our button. So this would be position 0, 0, column 0, row 0. And then this would be column 0 and then row 1. This button would be at column 1, row 0. Okay, so I'll do 24 hours, enter, make that full screen. And what we get here is what we got last time. Except this time we got this this graph by the graphical user interface, which was a lot more comfortable to look at other than just typing into this bland console. Alright, let's try another one. So let's run it again. Let's try a different value. Make this full screen. Let's do 10. Enter. Alright, so we've got 2 bumps this time. So we go all the way up to 240. So 240 is right here. This is the value at 220, I think. Then it just drops down. So that's at 4 hours. And this would be at 8 hours, which is 480. Yeah, so 480 is right here, and it drops down immediately. So it's working as intended. So yeah, that's about it for the graphical user interface using Tkinter. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.